Are you stuck with a shouty driving instructor? Or maybe you're learning to drive and you're worried that you might be in a vehicle with a driving instructor that shouts. It's a very common experience. My name is Neil. I've been a driving instructor for 8 years, and I've seen this come up from students again and again. Students that come to me and tell me that I was stuck with a driving instructor that constantly shouted. Every time I made a mistake, they yelled at me, or they made me feel bad, or they didn't tell me what I was actually doing wrong. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do if you are stuck with a driving instructor that shouts and how it is going to affect you. So if you are stuck with a driving instructor that shouts, it can be a difficult experience. I know it can make you feel not worthy. It can make you feel anxious before your driving lessons. But remember one thing. If a driving instructor is yelling at you, I want you to know, as hard as it is to believe, it's not about you. Because think about it. If somebody enjoys their job, if they genuinely like helping learner drivers to learn to drive, and assuming they've got nothing bad going on in their life, they're not going to yell at you. Why would they? So somebody that's yelling at you, they've either got a lot going on in their own life, or maybe they just don't enjoy the job anymore and it's just a way to pay the bill. So you need to make a decision whether it's worth it for you to be in that environment. Because that brings me to point number 2. What do you need to know? If you continue to stay in that environment, that shouty driving instructor is going to continue to erode your confidence. Because now you're not just thinking about the stresses of learning to drive. You're also thinking about, is my driving instructor going to shout at me? Are they going to yell at me every time I make a mistake? Am I even allowed to make mistakes? I want you to know that learning to drive can be a stressful experience, and you are going to make mistakes. It's part of the learning process, but you want to make sure you've got someone by your side who is not making you feel bad for making those mistakes, who's helping you to move forward when you make a mistake. So what should your driving instructor do? Well, when you make a mistake, they should go through it with you appropriately at an appropriate time by asking you what happened, why it might have happened, and what you can do to improve it. Their language and tone is really important because you don't want an instructor to ask you, what happened? Why did you do that? What do you need to do to be better? Because that's not going to help. You want someone who's calm, who's curious. So don't put up with a driving instructor that shouts at you, because it is going to erode your confidence. And lastly, I know this is not easy to hear because finding a driving instructor can be really difficult, but please start looking for another one. Because why would you want to continue with someone who continues to yell at you? Because you're basically throwing your money down the drain, because they're not helping you to build your confidence. They're actually making you smaller and smaller in terms of your confidence. So really think about whether that investment is worth it, even though instructors are hard to find. So to recap the video, don't put up with a shouty driving instructor, and be prepared to look for another one, even if it means pausing your driving lessons. And here's the bonus tip. The bonus tip that I would give you as a learner driver is, in the beginning of your learning process, even before you find a driving instructor, front load your time and really make sure that you are looking for the right instructor. And you might need to try 3 to 4 different instructors before you settle with the right one for you. Please don't just go with the first driving instructor, because driving instructors are hard to find. Really make that investment in the beginning so that it pays off later on, where you don't have to switch driving instructor. So if you found value in this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more videos from me. If you need help in terms of choosing a driving instructor, you can find the link to that video up here, where I made a video on how to find a driving instructor in your area. Stay tuned for the next one, where I'll go over more driving instructor traits. Stay safe on the roads, stay curious, and keep learning.